Hi, you are watching Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. I'm Mike Morales. We are here at the Monterey Bay Tequila and Cuisine at the Hyatt in Monterey. But sitting next to us, this is really special. This is Carey Clahan. She is one of the partners of Laughing Glass. It is probably, arguably, considering all the hardware that they've won lately, arguably one of the best ready-to-drink margaritas ever produced. And Dave Dinius is with us, and Dave and I, we've got a schedule sipping off the cuff for 2019 of several of these flavors. But Carey was nice enough to come down and meet us at Monterey, and I have to ask you, why? Why margaritas? Why didn't you just pick a tequila or a vodka or something else? I mean,
well, I think when you start a business, they say go with what you know. And I have spent a lot of years drinking margaritas. So, and I think, we're certainly not the first ones to do this.
Right.
There's a lot of products out there that are
regional and widespread.
Yeah, the big guys always have one too, and they're traditionally syrupy sweet, chock full of all kinds of artificial ingredients and preservatives. And we just wanted to have the easy margarita, but without all the junky artificial stuff.
The stuff that gives you hangovers later on.
Yeah.
We've got flavors here that I haven't seen on any other pre-made.
I know.
Show us the flavors. Go ahead.
It's so exciting.
This is your new one, right?
Of course, we started with a traditional lime because that's the margarita that everyone's familiar with.
Right.
And it's the #1 cocktail in America. It has been for 50 years or whatever. And then we wanted to, obviously, as much as I want them to, people really don't drink margaritas in the winter or serve them at Thanksgiving. So we were noticing,
Really?
I know, I do, but
We do.
definitely. Not everybody does.
I have it with my shot of coffee on the side.
Exactly. So we were noticing, obviously, a little bit of a slump in sales during the winter. So we wanted to go with a winter cocktail, but we did have this beautiful tequila. It's a super premium Blanco tequila that we wanted to be the base of all of our cocktails. So the second one that we came out with was with the pomegranate. We went with the same thing, the super premium ingredients, not too sweet, but just a really nice, very tequila-forward cocktail. It's really good.
Okay.
And then we had this opportunity just in this past year. It was a dream collaboration. Whole Foods Northern California actually came to us to develop a third flavor for them exclusively.
Really?
Yes. So it was very exciting for me. It was a dream come true. I actually walked into Whole Foods headquarters in Northern California with 5 different cocktails, and we sat around a conference table and tasted them all one by one. And it was a big boost to have their expertise in what their consumer is looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And so we landed on the Firecracker Margarita,
Wow.
which is ancho chili and pineapple margarita. Very spicy. We even had to put the spicy sticker on.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did not shy away from the spice.
There's that McDonald's warning, don't put
Yeah.
it between your laps, it might get too hot. Yeah.
Caution,
Yeah.
hot
Caution,
liquid.
hot. So now you are a pair. Your
Yes.
partner's name is?
Sydney Rain Smith, and we've been best friends for over 25 years.
By the way, if you haven't seen these ladies on social media, they're very active on Twitter and Instagram.
Follow us.
Yeah, please follow them. They do all their own. I don't know how that works, but there are some really classic pictures of the two of you guys.
Yeah.
With your margarita glasses out
I know.
and things like that. So, was that something that the two of you just thought of doing? I mean, was that? I guess you and your partner have been like friends forever,
We drank
right?
a lot of margaritas together, definitely. Okay. And I think,
so in one of those evenings you said, well, what do you think about, what if we came up with our own, right? Well, I think what happens is you probably thought that there was a lack of quality and flavor in some of the ones you were trying, right?
Exactly. And we did a lot of, we're moms, and there was, that period in the mom's life where there's a lot of charity stuff to support the schools and everything, and we were always making margaritas for that. And so you sit there and you squeeze, I know.
What school district was this? Wait a minute.
No kids were involved. These are just parent functions. But you squeeze enough limes, and you're like, okay, there's got to be a
tired,
better way.
Yeah.
And
you
we
get this grip like a, you know, like a vice.
Exactly. Yeah, I probably could have, done some arm wrestling back then. Not anymore. But we kind of tasted the ones that were out there on the market, and definitely decided that there was nothing that really met our standards. And we were both at a time in our lives where we were looking for the next big thing. She was a very professional, or very successful voiceover actress for 15 years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I did radio.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you had the voice for radio.
Yeah, that's what everybody said after I got away from telemarketing. But that's cool. So she did voiceover work, and then
for years she was very successful. I had just recently moved back to the States. We were living overseas with my family for years and years, and so we were both at a point where we were like, we wanted to do something and do it together. And so then that's when we decided to try this out, and it's been really fun.
How long have you been in business?
It was a year. 1 year and 1 day from concept to store shelves, and that's including sourcing. We had a great recipe. We had a great co-packer, and we couldn't really find a good bulk tequila. So that was even going and sourcing our tequila that we use, which was,
So you took the trip to Mexico and visited distilleries?
Yeah, it was a big,
Wow.
well, really we just went to one because we kind of knew that we were going to work with them. Okay. So we didn't go all around, but it was still a process.
Yeah.
And so it took us 1 year and 1 day to get on the store shelves, and we've been on store shelves for a little over 5 years.
Wow, I saw y'all, we were in Santa Barbara on the way up this way, and I think I took a picture of it, it was in Albertsons, I think.
Yeah.
And Santa Barbara's like, oh my God, they're on the shelf.
Oh yeah, we're in about over 1,000 grocery and liquor in California and Nevada. And then our big thing, we're entrepreneurs, so the new factor is always that's the most fun. So launching the new flavor has been so much fun, and now we're also launching a bunch more states. So
how many states are you going to be in? You coming to Texas?
We're coming to Texas. We just got approved in Texas.
Yes.
Goody Goodies is taking us. So that's our first step.
Good.
Yeah, so that's our first step.
Literally, that's good.
Yeah, it's goody goody.
It's goody goody good.
Where can I find it in Nevada?
We're at Whole Foods and Lee's Liquors. And
Lee's.
That's south. So.
Yeah. And I think, isn't there a Safeways
Yeah,
in?
there's Safeways up there. Yes.
I think,
So
I don't
we should
know
be able to
her.
find it.
Yeah, you should be able to find us. Definitely Whole Foods.
Okay.
What other states are you going to launch besides Texas now?
We're approved in Texas and Florida. So we're doing a
Oh,
lot
Florida,
of
that's
research
another-
there.
yeah.
Yep. And then it's looking like 2019 is going to be Tennessee, Illinois, Colorado, and I think Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah. So big.
Are you ready?
Big. I think we're ready. We've been on store shelves for 5 years, kind of establishing. We're beyond proof of concept, we're having the turnover. So yeah, the next step is definitely new markets. And that's fun.
We were really impressed when we tried it, Lisa and I, and like I said, Dave and I will be doing the sipping off the cuff. But look at all the hardware they've got here. The Sip Awards. You've got the
Blue Lifestyle.
And you've
tasting
got,
panel.
My gosh, tasting panel. That's serious stuff.
Yeah. Well, you guys are serious too.
Well, yeah. We're on there.
From the tequila experts, we were like, wow.
Well, the funny thing is, Lisa and I don't make cocktails. You get to a point where you're either a cocktail guy or you're a purist and you just don't do cocktails.
Right.
And we get to the point like you, we get tired of doing that, because I used to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Squeeze the limes, find the agave syrup, make your own or whatever, and everybody's got their own recipe. And so finally, after so many years, we just
getting the kids to squeeze the fruit.
Yeah, they won't do it, Mom.
Ultimately, everyone's just lazy,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. There's a lot of work involved, and with mixology the way it is now, everybody doesn't want to do it at home. Doesn't want to go out and do it. They want to do it at home, and so this is, there's a huge ready to drink market that I think. Tequila people kind of step aside and overlook.
Absolutely.
And I think
Agreed.
because the market's always been, let's just get a bottle of Corvo and get my favorite tequila and
Exactly.
whatever, but it's better than that now, because there's calories involved, and there's You want to drink smart.
I think also
entertaining.
consistency is a thing. You know, you can have your recipe, but you get one thing wrong. Like
Yeah.
maybe you buy prepared lime juice that time instead of squeezing your own, and that can ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think consistency is a big factor, and we really are seeing so many more. You know, I think. Agreed, ready-to-serve products in the past have just been kind of like
They were
a little bit, they're a little bit like the bottom of the barrel. And really, especially here in California, I'm seeing a new ready-to-serve, like a really high-quality craft ready-to-serve coming out like almost every month.
Yes.
There's a new one, and I think it really is, you know, it's obviously an emerging category. It's a category, but I think it's improving as we go.
You find, I know in Texas, in our case, you find that a lot of them are regional. You know, there are certain women, people that we know that have, you know, their own ready to drink and their own recipes, and they're really different. You know, the jalapeno, and it's all. And they do a really bang up job, but you'll find that a lot of these states that you're going in have their own regional
definitely.
people doing really
same.
gangbusters. You know, kind of starting the way you did.
Definitely. Is it Austin Cocktails that you know?
No,
Okay.
no.
They're-
I forget what the name of Lucy's.
Because there is Austin Cocktails, and
Yeah, but
like they have a partner here in California and a partner in Texas, and we've done a lot of stuff just like in conjunction with them. But I know they're
No, this is I'll have to.
Yeah,
I'll have to
let
find
me
you,
know.
because she's an interesting gal with some great recipes. Now, who
I'd
comes up
love
with
to
the
talk to
recipes? Who comes up with the concoctions?
That's me.
Really?
Yes, I
By
am.
yourself?
Yes.
Oh my God.
We don't have a team. You're looking at it.
Hey, you want to volunteer, Dave?
I know. I know, exactly. We're not a mom and pop, but we're a mom and mom
and
shop.
mom,
That's
okay.
what we say. Yeah. Well, the first two was like team effort, but then when we walked into Whole Foods, it was 5 of my recipes, and I had made them that day, and I put them in my my ready to my to go containers, my water bottles. They were all mismatchy. It was it looked pretty rookie, but here we are. Exactly.
So what do you want people to know about Laughing Glass? If you have one thing to say to them, now that you're going to be in other states here shortly, this is your forum. What would you like to tell? What would you like to say to them?
Keep an eye out for us. We follow us on social media and give us a try. I think you'll be surprised. Our philosophy is, once you tasting is believing. Once you taste it, you're never going to go back to one of those other ready-to-serves. We do a lot of in-store demos too, so just keep an eye out. And if you want to taste before you buy, come to one of our in-store demos. And we also love doing charity stuff. So if there's any charitable function, especially involving education with children, we will definitely consider donating to that,
You guys
because
do a lot of that. And
we
you
do a lot.
spread it out on your social media.
Yeah.
You do a really great job of that.
Speaking
Thank
of
you.
tasting, when we come back, Dave and I, all 3 of us, we're going to be doing a little tasting of hopefully the new firecracker. So stay with us. I'm Mike Morales. We're here at the Monterey Bay Tequila and Cuisine with Carey Clahan, who is one of the founders of Laughing Glass, and Dave Dinius is with us, also one of our TJs. Stick with us. We'll be right back.